Good evening, my friends. What a joy to see so many faces here today, some eager, some curious, and maybe a few who were bribed with free coffee. Either way, I'm glad you showed up, because tonight we're not just talking about justice in the courtroom, we're talking about justice in your own heart. Today we are talking about justice starts with you. And if you're thinking, wait a minute, I didn't sign up to be a judge, let me tell you something. You already are. Every single day you sit on the bench of your own life, weighing what's right and wrong, deciding how to treat people, deciding how to treat yourself. And those rulings, believe me, are just as important as any verdict rendered under marble pillars. I've met so many people who believe justice is something distant, something handled by people in robes or people in power. But justice isn't some high-up thing locked away in government chambers. It's in the way you talk to a stranger, the way you forgive someone who wronged you, the way you stand up when you see someone being pushed down. Those moments are verdicts, and you deliver them every single day. So tonight, I want to remind you, the power to make the world fairer doesn't start with a law. It starts with you. Now, I know what you're thinking. That sounds nice, but life isn't always fair. And you're absolutely right. Life doesn't always hand out even slices of cake. Sometimes you get the corner piece with too much frosting, sometimes you're left scraping crumbs. But justice isn't about making sure everyone gets the same slice, it's about making sure everyone gets treated with dignity. You can't always control the circumstances you're handed, but you can control how you respond, and that's where real justice begins. When someone cuts you off in traffic, you can honk, yell, and let it ruin your day. Or you can take a deep breath and say, maybe that person's rushing to help someone they love. That doesn't excuse bad behavior, but it reminds us that compassion is the first cousin of justice. I've seen tough people crumble because they carried anger like a backpack full of bricks. And I've seen humble people stand tall because they carried mercy in their pockets instead. Justice without compassion is cold. Compassion without justice is empty. But when you carry both, you become a force for good that no disappointment can break. Think about that for a moment. Every day you get to decide, will I let the bitterness of the world make me hard, or will I let it make me wise? That's not a decision a court can make for you. That's a decision only you can make. When I speak to young people, they often ask me, how do I know what's right? And I tell them, you already do. You feel it in your gut. The real question is, will you be brave enough to act on it? Doing the right thing is rarely convenient. It means giving someone a chance when they've failed. It means telling the truth even when it costs you. It means saying no to something tempting because it's not honorable. Justice is not about punishing people you don't like. It's about holding yourself accountable first and then helping others rise, not just watching them fall. If you can't treat yourself fairly, you'll never treat others fairly. And treating yourself fairly means not beating yourself up for every mistake. It means saying, I stumbled, but I'm still worthy. I'm still capable. I'm still going to get this right. Let me share a little secret about fairness. It's contagious. When you show someone mercy, they're more likely to show it to the next person. When you give someone a second chance, you start a chain reaction of grace. And when you stand firm for what's right, you give courage to those who thought they had none. That's why I tell people that every act of kindness is a small verdict in favor of justice. You don't need a robe or a gavel. You just need a willing heart and steady hands. But let's not pretend this is always easy. There will be days when you feel worn down, when you're tempted to think, what's the use? On those days, remember this. Fairness is a long game. You don't plant seeds and expect a forest tomorrow. You keep planting anyway, because you believe in what will grow. And yes, there will be people who take advantage of your kindness. That's not your failure. That's theirs. Your job is not to calculate every outcome. Your job is to keep your own scales balanced, to keep your own conscience clear. Here's the wonderful thing about justice starting with you. It makes you stronger than any setback. People will judge you unfairly. Life will throw curveballs you didn't deserve. But when you hold on to your own principles, when you refuse to let bitterness steal your kindness, you stay in control. You may not control the storm, but you can decide whether to carry an umbrella, or better yet, whether to share it with someone else. So let's bring this home. Every morning when you wake up, ask yourself, what kind of judge will I be today? Will I rule with anger or with understanding? Will I treat myself like a criminal for yesterday's mistakes? Or will I give myself the same grace I'd give a friend? Because here's the truth. The way you judge yourself sets the tone for how you judge everyone else. If you learn to see your own humanity, you'll have no trouble seeing it in others. If you learn to be fair to yourself, you'll have no trouble being fair to the world around you. Justice doesn't have to be dramatic. It's not always about changing laws or stopping wars. Sometimes it's about smiling at someone who feels invisible. Sometimes it's about telling your own inner critic, I'm doing my best and that's enough for today. Sometimes it's just showing up, listening, and refusing to walk away when someone needs you. And if enough of us do that, justice won't just start with you, it will spread from you. So here's my challenge. Tomorrow morning, before your feet even hit the floor, decide what verdict you're going to deliver. Will you choose kindness over judgment, courage over fear, mercy over resentment? The world doesn't need perfect people. It needs fair ones, strong ones, people who believe that decency is worth defending. And that starts, my friends, right where you are, with the choices you make every single day. What ruling will you hand down in your own life tomorrow? Will it be one you're proud of?